If I were starting out with 1,000 euros to invest in 2025, this is exactly how I would break it down. This is mostly for beginners, but remember that this is not a financial advice. Always make your own personal research. This is exactly how I would do it. Now, let's go. So for me personally, I would break it down into percentages. I would put 60% in ETFs, 30% in growth and tech stocks, and then 10% in cryptocurrency. Just hear me out. 60% in ETFs because it is a great foundation, minimal risk. You're going to be able to acquire lots of companies in just one buy. And then you have instant diversification because you're going to be buying more than one company. You're going to be buying over 100 or 50 depending on the ETFs you pick. And you also get these companies in low fees as compared to when you just buy one single stock and pay a lot of fees. And it also reduces stress because you're not going to constantly be checking, oh, is this company doing well? Is the company in loss? Is the company going down? All those things, you won't have to worry about them. And then it's also very good for stability and long-term growth because over time, most of these ETFs have annual return of 10%, depending on the ETF you pick though. And it's also perfect for beginners, and instantly it gives you broad market exposure and, like I said, minimal risk. So if I were to pick the ETFs, I already have a video where I listed my top 5 ETFs. You can check it out. I would go for ETFs like FTSE All World that tracks over 3,500 companies globally. You can also check out NASDAQ 100. They track non-financial companies, top 100 non-financial companies in the NASDAQ stock market. And we also have the popular S&P 500. You just need to make personal research. But when you're doing this, always make sure that the ETFs you're picking don't have very high fees so that most of your profits don't go to fees. The 30% will go to growth and tech stocks. One thing you need to know is that growth and tech stocks are higher risk, higher reward, which is why majority of our money is going to ETFs. Because you're a beginner, we don't want to expose you to so much risk. I can break this particular 30% into 3 sections depending on who you are. If you want balanced option, put 150 euros in Google and 150 euros in Nvidia. Nvidia is the powerhouse for AI chips, and then you already know Google for search. They have like the search dominance. And then for diversified tech, I'll put 100 euros in Amazon for e-commerce, and I'll put 100 euros in Google and 100 euros in Nvidia. If you want aggressive growth, I'll put 100 euros in Nvidia, AI powerhouse, and I'll put 100 euros in Palantir, which is for AI and big data. That's what they are focused on. And then 100 euros in CrowdStrike. They are top in cybersecurity. Remember, this is not a financial advice. Please always make your own personal research. And lastly, I'll put 10% in crypto because, trust me, in as much as it's very, very volatile, you can also make good money in crypto over time. So either you put 100 euros in Bitcoin directly, but if you're very scared, you can just invest in companies that are into crypto like MicroStrategy or Coinbase or BlackRock because they are investing in crypto. So this is exactly how I'll do mine. With this, I have a diversified portfolio because my risk is spread. Let me know what you guys think. But always remember that this is not a financial advice. This is how I would invest. How would you invest if you were starting out? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.